So, as promised, making my first video, we're going to talk about gun terminology and gun parts. This is a 9mm semi-automatic handgun, and I want to describe not all the parts, but a lot of important parts to you, and I want to do it in a logical order. So we're actually going to travel the same path that a round of ammunition, a projectile, would travel. So we're going to start from the very beginning with part of the gun, which is detachable. It's the magazine. This is the magazine. This is where, let me put this down. This is where the bullets go. This magazine, it holds about 17 rounds. Some magazines are larger, some magazines are smaller and hold less rounds. The bullets feed in the top here, okay? The magazine fits into the bottom of the grip, and this is the magazine well, and it goes in just like this. And you see how I smacked it? You have to give it a nice firm smack. You gotta make sure it gets in there. You will not break it, I promise. This part right here is the grip. It's like the grip on a hammer. You hold it very similarly. This part right here is the dovetail. The web of your hand should be married to that dovetail when you're holding it. This part up here is the slide. It slides back and forth. Okay. This part right here is the chamber. You can see inside there, a lot of magic happens there. We're going to talk more about the chamber in a later video when I talk about ammunition. I want to go back to the part that I missed. These two dots here, Stefan, if you can zoom in, these two dots are called the rear sights. They work in conjunction with the front sight. That's used for aiming. That's another video later to come. Okay, let me go back to opening the slide back up. This cylindrical part right here is the bore. Once you pull the trigger, and we're going to come back to the trigger. Once you pull the trigger, some magic happens in the chamber. The projectile travels through the bore and it exits very rapidly and very loudly through the muzzle right here. Okay, let me go back to the trigger. This is the trigger, the most exciting part of the gun, and that's followed by the most important part of the gun, which is the trigger guard, to guard against fingers or other objects inadvertently depressing the trigger when they shouldn't be. So here we have it. The magazine well, the grip, the dovetail, the slide, the chamber, the bore, the muzzle, the trigger, and the trigger guard. That's all for now.